the finish line, and I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again.
Hello and welcome, Rocket League fans. We are here. We are live. Little EGFC Rocket League action coming at you. I'm FBI Tugboat here with my man Flater. Flater, how are we feeling?
I'm feeling great. We got a lot of Rocket League action ahead of us. The first series that we have in front of us is going to be Xavier University going up against Seton Hall University. Now, Tug, we have seen both of these teams quite a lot here at EGFC, and both of them have had a phenomenal record. I believe Xavier University having astounding victories against Howard and Idaho in the past few weeks, and Seton Hall, they've got a pretty similar scoreline as well, coming up top against RIT as well as what the Washington State University.
Yeah, so mild scoring differences for these two teams the first 8 weeks of this 16-week regular season, but since January, since this split, since this new season, both of these teams 3-0. I can guarantee you though, Flater, one of these teams will take an L here on the day. Now, will that be that 3-0 sweep? Will that be that 3-1 back and forth? Will it be that 3-2 reverse sweep? It is yet to be seen. More than just these two teams, more than just Xavier and Seton Hall playing on the day, though. Let's take a look at our schedule here coming on up. Now, we did have that forfeit. Howard University, these collegiate players going to have some kind of, some priorities and stuff like that. Not sure exactly what it was over there, but I'm sure Howard had to do it. University of Cincinnati taking a W on this. Xavier University, Seton Hall University, going to be starting this one off soon. St. John's, same kind of situation here earlier. Georgetown, fortunately, had to forfeit their priorities, collegiate style and whatnot. University of Montana, that's the Grizz. And RIT, Rochester Institute of Technology, coming up after that. 8:45. These times are in Eastern Standard. And rounding us off later, what's that?
It's going to be University of North Dakota going up against Idaho.
University of Idaho, University of North Dakota, University of Idaho, both relatively newer teams within the EGFC, so I'm very excited for that one as well.
Absolutely. We have seen Xavier University go up against Idaho before, and Idaho has had plenty of time to improve upon their skill set. And, after coming in after the new year, it has been plenty of time. It's been 3 weeks. So I'm feeling excited as to what they can offer against North Dakota.
Exactly. Be very excited for that one. Again, that's 8:30. No, excuse me. 8:45 or 9:30, 9:30 Eastern Standard. Reading numbers is hard here, Flater. We're going to be looking at Xavier, Seton Hall, and then these two squads going up here. Once again, we'll be seeing one of these hitherto 4 undefeated squads on the split, on the season, coming forth, taking a victory, taking a lead. Now, are we taking any horses? Are we taking picks here? Are we predicting winners and losers, Flater? Do you feel it?
Well, if I have to choose from Series 2, the one that we're going to be casting right now, I'm probably going to be going with Xavier University here. I'm really excited to see what these boys can pull up.
I completely agree with you. Trio of Xavier players here have been popping up on the day. I'm going to give a slight edge, maybe a 3-1, maybe even a 3-2 victory there for Xavier if we're picking total score lines as well. But getting on in this one, Stokely, Tone, and Froze making up your Seton Hall University squad.
And, well, they're off to a great start here. We got Seton Hall almost making a shot on target, but Xavier University quick to the ball with an even better save. Froze, however, has something else to offer as he puts in the double touch from the backboard there for the first goal here with Seton Hall.
Is it too late to change these predictions? 27 seconds into this game number 1. Froze puts a fancy one up and on top. Enzo, Galaxy, and that is going to be Confused Irish. Yes, that's right. Confused Irish. I love this player's name.
Yeah, I believe we have seen Confused Irish here before as well. A lot of mechanics coming in from a guy like him. You can already see him up in the air trying to pull off some shenanigans, trying to get Xavier University up and going here on the offensive side. A little bit miss here and there. No big deal. Tone here on the ball. And he get the second touch, which he does. Good 50, sending the ball down center over to midfield. We got Froze. Trying to get a piece of that one, but it's going to be picked up by none other than Stokely. Taken back by Galaxy down center. But then again, we got Seton Hall being an absolute mad lad here on the midfield side. Maybe looking for another shot on target off the backboard. The second man doesn't seem to be there. And Xavier University be looking at a shot on target. Saves coming in from both sides.
Wow, so Xavier University turns a Seton Hall offense after they put a ball up perfectly centered with literally nobody there. You're going to have to change the address. This person no longer lives here. Sends that on along, and Xavier, all in the hands of Galaxy, almost does everything themselves to get a solid goal right there. Now it's end zone confused Irish, combining across the middle. Seton Hall says no go.
That was a pretty good bench attempt, but you know, we got Seton Hall coming out on top once again. They're always pretty quick to read these kind of plays, as we see yet another victory on the midfield for Seton Hall, leading up to Xavier bringing the shot on target, but nothing Tone can't handle. He's already gotten past two. Back down to the midfield here. Galaxy there to pick up the ball, send it over to Froze. Pass opportunity right here for the shot on target, coming in from Stokely. Look at that. Even at zero momentum, just passes the ball down center, and we see that RLCS Season 7 contender here coming in from Stokely, played at the highest level of Rocket League, and he's here to dominate the competition once again.
Yeah, seriously. 16 seconds outside of halftime, Seton Hall puts a significant foot forward. Call up aggressive, State Farm, your Geico. The insurance goal has been purchased. Policy has been written here. It's going to be real tough for Xavier University to come back at this, especially given that this has been a lower scoring game thus far. Tone looking beautiful until Enzo breaks up this offensive opportunity.
As much as it seems like Xavier University are trying their very best to make a defensive play here, which they are able to quite a number of times, it just seems like Seton Hall, they're getting faster and faster to the ball. They've been able to read a lot of Xavier's plays from early on.
Yeah, Xavier's offensive opportunities have been left stagnant by the wayside. Last 90 seconds or so, really, it just kind of seems like this ball is always getting shot on the blue half. That was so dangerous. Good job from Xavier to kind of read this one, realize it was not dangerous until the redirect. Stokely burns everything up top to try and get something flashy going. More just going to be a flash in the pan. Froze tries something as Enzo brings this one back down. Xavier might be looking at their first offensive opportunity in a while. Nope.
Seton Hall, they take it right back, and they take it right back into the blue net. Tone coming in with the third goal here off once again. Yet an amazing pass from Stokely.
Wow, yeah, Tone just spitting gold from nothing right here. Takes us across the middle, a 47-mile-an-hour goal. And unless Xavier University shows us something significantly different, markedly different here, Flater, I think this game one is done and dusted.
Absolutely. 90 seconds, not enough to tie up against a team like Seton Hall, who have been keeping possessions to themselves for, I don't know, since the Stone Age here in this first game. So far, it's been a bit of a...
That's what it seems like.
Ride.
Seriously, the wheel was invented first, the ball shortly thereafter, and Seton Hall on offense was the third invention there, it seems. Tone across this left side right now. Seton Hall quickly stopping that offensive. Froze, more methodical stop and drop right there across the middle. And Galaxy tries something, and then Fuse Irish just burns everything to get over, just to get a little whiff on this ball. Got to stop and smell the roses, I guess.
Gotta do it. With Xavier University, they could really use any kind of a consolation goal here, and this was off to a great start. Froze just take it away.
Okay.
Good flick down center. A great save comes in from Galaxy as well. Like I was saying, even a consolation goal here is absolutely huge for the team, because you need some kind of momentum moving into the next game. But Froze keeps on coming in with saves like those. Absolutely amazing there in front of the orange net, sending us right back onto the offensive side, looking for more shots on target. Galaxy is going to walk this one across the net, and with the time hitting 0, Xavier University are gonna be down by 1 game here. Seton Hall take the first one with style.
Yeah, I mean, man enough to admit I did not anticipate a 3-0 either of these ways off the front. This is in every way, shape, and form, excuse me. The numbers here make a lot more sense. Same number of saves, but that's Stokely right there. 7 shots attempted. Correct me if my math is wrong here. That is as many as Xavier University, the trio of Xavier University players put up across this game number 1.
Just man, it just goes to show what kind of momentum this Stokely comes in with into this game, and you have to agree. Even at the highest ranks of Rocket League, even a single rank or I don't know 50 to 60 MMR difference can make such a big difference in terms of momentum.
Yeah. And now all the momentum right now is for the Seton Hall squad going into a game 2. Winning by more than 2 is already but winning by 2 is like significant, right?
Mhm.
Like 1, maybe 2, that's like a close game. Winning by 3 is like, well, you had a shot earlier on in this game, especially winning 3-0 where nothing goes in on the other side. That is a full donut put up by the Xavier University squad. They'll be going 5+ minutes now with no goals actually made into score. This is a little bit dangerous for Stokely. Wow, okay, Tone at the 11th hour.
Here to save the day, looking to set this ball down center. Ooh, Stokely wasn't ready for that one. Respected the defense a little too much there, but no matter. Seton Hall still firmly on the offensive side, with Tone picking this one back up again. Confused Iris, that's a good 50, but Froze is there on the ball first. Enzo, that's a very ambitious play. Galaxy is there to put that one into perspective, sending it on at the orange corner, picked up by Stokely once again, and this was the kind of speed I was talking about. You never see this man come.
Yeah, not ever. Confused Irish tries for a run down there, has to burn everything just to win a mild 50. Oh, Irish off the side again. Stokely breaks this one up for themselves, puts it back middle for an accepted pass on the teammate. Tone with a pretty solid shot. That's going to be too high, but at least a decent angle right here and some pressure from Seton Hall early.
Every single 51 here by Seton Hall, that is more momentum towards their side. Pressure ramping up over on the orange net here, but Froze is there to save the day with a bit of a flick attempt coming in from Stokely, leading us onto the backboard with a Stone there to save the day. Enzo, back pass over to Confused Irish, who cannot get a second touch here, and Froze probably was going to be walking away with this one. Gets away with a bump instead. Tone, right position, right time. 50 coming in against Enzo, but Confused Irish picks this one right back up, sending it down center. The second man there, but Froze is even faster to the ball, looking for a pass over to Stokely. It's a musty flick. The shot on target, saved by Galaxy.
Fantastic save it was here, Flater. Running this one right down the middle. Galaxy, nice breakup right here. Seton Hall has been doing a really good job with these defensive clears thus far. Nothing has really turned in a defensive clear into an offensive opportunity where this has been more of like a solo player back or a single open net. Stokely, a better angle, and that'd have been the first goal here, Flater.
Well, you'd love to see the kind of resilience that Xavier University are putting onto the field here. 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and we haven't seen a single goal coming in from either of the sides. Sure, Xavier could have scored there, but gotta respect the kind of defense that they're showing up with. Oh, a double commit could result in Xavier taking possession. Enzo, you gotta be quick to the ball there. Yes, he is. Sending it over to Galaxy. And the offense thus begin. The touch missed. Enzo puts one on target, with Stokely's there to put it away.
I like Enzo's continued offensive pressure, but these are just more standard Rocket League shots. That one isn't! Enzo, excuse me. I'll never say it about you again. Xavier University spends about 8 minutes or so. No scores on boards, but an 8 for lack of trying, and a 73-mile-an-hour ball is going to be breaking speed limits to make that one in and put the Xavier in the first lead of the series.
First goal goes to Xavier here, and you gotta love what they're bringing onto the field. Such resilient offense and even better defense here coming in from Galaxy. Ball going to be picked up by Tone, who can get this ball down center, but Enzo's there to take it away and send it back onto the midfield. Froze is trying to waste some time here, but I'm not sure if he's helping Enzo or not, because the possession, well, does come into the hands of Tone. And he gets the pass. He doesn't need the pass. All he needs is the angle, which he will get, and Seton Hall tie it back up.
Nicely done, just like that. Xavier University enjoyed a lead for 40 seconds or so. 40 seconds of actual time, 33 seconds of in-game time. 100 seconds to go. Tie ball game. 1-1, 0-0, 10-10. Doesn't matter. There's a tie ball game. Seton Hall does have the mild series advantage. Pros has to break speed, time, barriers, everything else right here to get over to that one.
Oh, that was such a good play by Froze. Could not get it past the two players on the defensive side, but you gotta respect the extremely mechanical players coming in from Froze there after that amazing save, to say the least. Absolute legend here, both on the offense and defense. Well, 60 seconds remaining here, Tag. We got Stokely back again on the offensive side, and with plays like those, they might just end up taking the lead back in their own hands. Nothing yet. We'll find out soon enough who breaks this tiebreaker.
Hey, we will see in about 60 seconds. That was almost it for Galaxy. The tiebreaker shot for Xavier, is exactly what they need. No, it's Stokely yet again. Who else but Stokely, Flater?
I told you, you will never see this man coming. And you never do.
Assassin in the night.
An absolute assassin. Froze puts it all too gently down to the center field, and we got Stokely right there, putting in a shot on target, and with 52 seconds remaining, it's going to be Xavier University down by 1, looking to take this lead back. We shall see whether they were to pull it off. Stokely, once again, on the offensive side, applying so much pressure. 40 seconds remaining. Seton Hall, gotta be careful with this one. Wouldn't want to go down 2 games against a team like Seton Hall.
Oh, no. That was Enzo and Galaxy actually miscommunicating. Galaxy had a much better shot at that. Enzo had nothing in the tank. Now Enzo forced with a weak defensive clear. That's inside, and Tone purchases the insurance goal yet again.
You said it yourself, Tug. The panic set in even when it didn't need to for Xavier. They had the chance to equalize, but they ended up giving the ball away. And in Rocket League, that's just how it is sometimes.
I mean, Seton Hall, hats off to them for realizing this, taking this ball away, cutting up that offensive pressure, and leaving them with the ribbons. Immediately turning that one around, Enzo is able to get a single defensive stop. It's a weak clear. It was Tone, I believe. Was able to come in, turn that one into points. Gonna have to score like right now. Not gonna happen. No 0-second opportunity for you, my friends. Might be 3-2, might be 4-1. Nope, it's Seton Hall in game number 3 at a 3-1 score line. If you're fans of Xavier, though, this is just a 0-3 in game 1. Market improvement here. Game 2, but this time, there's gonna be a much more definitive shot attempted advantage there for Seton Hall. Total of 8 for them versus 5.
I have to say, even if Xavier currently has less shots than in the first game, I feel like these shots were a lot more dangerous as compared to the first one. So you'll have to agree that Xavier have upped their game, at least in terms of the mechanical prowess.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Game 3 goes to another close one, to like a 3-2 right here. But I will be surprised if this entire series goes down to the sweep. I'll reiterate that, right? Both you and I picked Xavier 3-1 right here. You said Xavier, I said 3-1, maybe even a 3-2. I would be very surprised if Seton Hall closed out this entire series 3-0. Not saying that they're a bad squad, but Xavier usually has like that clutch factor and usually does not put up a total of 1 score between 2 games. We'll see how the play on the day continues here for game number 3.
Game number 3, here we go. First kickoff, leading us onto the blue side. We got Enzo trying to get this out, but Froze is there to save the day, sending it over to Tone. And, this is just early offensive prowess coming in from the Seton Hall side, applying so much pressure and, sending fear down the other offensive squad, telling them what they're made of, and looks like that fear has worked as Tone was the first one in for Seton Hall.
There you go. That's Tone making some noise already. 18 seconds into this one. Confused Irish can't get to the backboard right there, and that is nothing more than a front row seat for Confused Irish against Xavier. Seton Hall back into the lead here, Flater.
Back in the lead as we head right back onto the second kickoff with Xavier, this time coming out on top, but for how long, that has always been the question. We got Seton Hall back again on the offensive side. Confused Irish needed to make a better touch there, but Galaxy's there to save the day. And save the day he does, sending us onto the orange side here. Picked up right back from Seton Hall at light speed. And the ball just bouncing around from one corner to the other with no attempts at a shot yet. And I say yet when Stokely is trying to come in with a double touch off his own.
Yeah, I wouldn't start that statement when Stokely has possession there, Flater. It seems like Stokely can always make something fancy happen. Offense, defense, every side. Froze, that's going to be almost on point as well. Galaxy knows it and plays it perfectly. And a win off the top. Now it's going to be Enzo right here. A bouncing play, but Stokely redirects it right side out, the source of danger.
Stokely off the backboard. Good clear though, but Xavier, they have to pick this one right back up. They need a second touch in order to maintain possession and not keep giving it away. This is yet another case of the same. We got Tone back again on the ball. Up in the air, looking for a bit of a pass down center, which he does get. Sends it over to Stokely, with Confused Irish coming in with an even better save on the blue net. Yet again, back on the defensive side. Here he goes, froze.
Nice.
Pass down center. Stokely, is he ready for it? He does seem like it, but Confused Irish is there to make a better 50 out of it. 2 minutes into this game, we got Seton Hall still keeping up that 1-goal lead, but Xavier, they are being resilient. They are trying to get that offense rolling.
Woohoo! Stokely almost wins another 50 up close against Confused Irish right there. Back down to the bottom right. Tone trying to bring this one out. Really good handling skills right there. But across the defense, Seton Hall strikes again.
Strikes again. They strike hard at 57 miles an hour. Shot coming in from surprise. It's Stokely putting this one onto the back of the net. Even while two defenders, they were crawling around. It doesn't matter for him. Stokely shoots the ball towards the net at light speed, taking the second goal, the insurance goal for Seton Hall.
Insurance goal indeed. Going to be that much harder for Xavier. And even if this gets down to about 30 seconds, Xavier goes down by 1. They'll just kind of go into that turtle shell garbage time type defense just to waste out time and take this lead. As we know, lead of 1, score difference of 10, pretty much all the same here, especially with a Xavier University squad, the backs against the wall, down 2 in the series. Another solid shot right there for Stokely. Enzo plays it perfectly, gets it out to Galaxy, and that's a nice pass.
And that's an even better one, but Stokely couldn't put this one onto the back of the net. And one of the reasons why we do mention the 2-goal lead to be this huge, at least facing Seton Hall, this is not true for all the teams. But when you go up against a team who keeps the ball to themselves for as long as time ever existed, then it makes Xavier, cast your skirts right there. I was about to say it makes 100%. Hard for the opponent team to secure a goal, but if I keep saying that, Xavier might just make a comeback. So I'll keep on.
Hey there. I'm with it, dude. We need to preserve our predictions here, Flater. We need to preserve our predictions. That's what it's about here, Not fair collegiate Rocket League play, but casters being right, okay? I want everybody to remember that. Xavier University has just purchased themselves a much better situation, a lot more breathing room right here, especially with Enzo winning this one. Galaxy reads this a little bit late. Tone sends it flying, but still something across right here. Stokely, oh my god, what a perfect tap! We gotta watch this one again, my goodness.
How do you even get a touch as soft as that? What? If I made the touch, my teammates would be shouting at me for saving the ball, not securing the net. Stokely, how do you do it?
Exactly. I guess the ball does bounce off of back tires a little bit softer, but still, with how fast they were going, it just seems like that wouldn't have been possible. I don't know. Stokely, the assassin. There has been a murder here, Flater.
It's got Stokely's name written all over it as he comes onto the ball here. Once again, we got an opportunity for the Seton Hall side to take this goal lead onto 3. Can they make it happen? Not yet. Enzo saves the day, sends it over to Galaxy. Bit of a fake attempt coming in from Galaxy there, but it doesn't matter.
It was a fake.
Okay. We'll keep it as a fake, but we got Galaxy back again on the ball. Shot on target, saved by Tone. He's looking to pick this one right back up, which he does. A little bit of confusion there on the corner side, but time is ticking down, and confusion is what Seton Hall wants to create on the enemy side.
Yeah, now we getting closer to that garbage time situation. Seton Hall, especially if they go down by 1, they'll just play the possession game right here into the series. Enzo. Rest of this Xavier University squad's got to get it going right now. Side post. Open it up. Pour it all into offense. It's your only hope left in this series, unfortunately, at this point. Win there from Confused Irish. Down bottom. Galaxy gets this one centered up. Enzo tries to accept it. Can't get there in time. Confused Irish. Left side. Got to get 2 in the next couple of seconds. And that one ain't going to happen. Seton Hall knows that every time they send this ball foisted really, really high skywards, that's going to be burning about 4 to 5 seconds off. And that's exactly how this series goes. Color me surprised, Flater. I was wrong. Totally wrong. And Xavier did decently in game 1, did much better in game number 2, and then Confused Irish kind of keeps them alive in this one. The fantastic pass right there to the teammate, but still all for naught. And when you're talking about attempted shots, Seton Hall kind of just showed their dominance in this series.
Absolutely, and we would love to hear more about Seton Hall. So if you have an interview, we'll be right back with that interview. Otherwise, we're gonna be back with the next game. Tug, Seton Hall, a monstrous team. We would love to see more of them coming in the next weeks.
Absolute monster. We'll get them on broadcast, but first, little interview action. Back with you guys in just a minute.
And imagine a utopia. Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations.
When you said back on campus,
my heart is begging me to
I mean, it doesn't make sense to hand to us for 5 seconds.
I'm gonna live inside the
I don't think it makes much sense to pan to casters after. In between games, absolutely. Unless it's like a super close game and you want to talk about the stats or something like that on screen. I don't really see it. Yeah, no, absolutely. We'll do quicker throws in the future. We'll do the quicker throws in the future. In the future. Is it that if at this point? Want to come back on and say no interview and be back for University of Montana RIT. Yeah.
Got it. So do you want to do that or
my heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to think, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect.
Hello and welcome back. Unfortunately, folks, these are collegiate players that have a little bit of other priorities right now, get to their schoolwork and whatnot. So we will not be seeing some interview action here on the day between Xavier Hall, or the winners, I should say, Seton Hall over Xavier. Now, we do have, that was a forfeit. That was Georgetown. Again, priorities here, folks. Rocket League is not everything, despite what they'd have you believe. St. John's going to be taking a victory here next. We'll get the schedule up for you guys here in just a second, but we'll be back with University of Montana and RIT, 8:45 Eastern Standard. That means about 1 hour, 60 minutes from right now. Flater, FBI Tugboat, back with you guys then. Flater, do you have anything else for the good people before we go?
Nope. Montana RIT. Gonna be an exciting one.
Absolutely. Back with you guys in a bit.
Dream of something sweet. I will be there soon to make you so discreet. To the subtle lies, I can't do a thing but watch them close the doors that you thought were yours. So why?
Hello and welcome back. A little bit of a longer break it was, but we got some more EGFC Rocket League action coming at you. FBI Tugboat here with Flater. Flater, we were looking up at first.
I believe Series 4 right ahead of us is going to be University of Montana going up against Rochester Institute of Technology. Now, the little I know about you, Montana, I believe looking at their past record, they went up against University of Connecticut, coming up towards a loss there, but also took a win against Southern Utah University. RIT, on the other hand, they've had a bit of a better record so far, and coming into this week, of course, a lot of these players have had plenty of time to practice in the holiday season. So, we're gonna be looking at some newfound teams, some newfound rosters, and who's to know who comes out on top in this series.
Entirely fair. Two teams, RIT, the Rochester Institute of Technology, taking on the University of Montana.
Mm.
Montana 2-1 since the split coming into week 12, coming in to play their fourth game here of the 2023 spring or fall, season. Fall season. Wait, no, spring season. Spring season, excuse me. So 3 games since the split, 2-1 for Montana RIT, down 1 and 2. Let's take a look. We'll be hopping right in the game in just a second, but let's take a look at who these two teams did play. RIT up first. Yes, they dropped Xavier University match. That was a 3-1, though, so decently close. RIT following it up with a 3-0 shellacking St. John's University. St. John's University. RIT then go forth and lose 3-0 to Seton Hall, only able to put up 2 goals against Seton Hall the entire series there, Flater.
Yeah, Seton Hall, as we have already seen, is a very tough opponent to beat. I mean, taking even a game against them is a bit of a talent.
And quite it is. Quite it is. Let's hop on into this game, get this one started. Run through University of Montana till we do. University of Montana, what? 1-0 against Montana. Against Southern Utah and then dropping. Most recent game, that was UConn, the University of Connecticut, and that was a 3-1 victory. If we had to draw up lines here, I'd say the Grizz has a slight edge.
So it would seem, but hey, you'll find out who comes out on top. The predictions haven't been the most accurate, really, at least in my records. But we'll find out who comes out on top. It's University of Montana so far. A bit of an edge here on the defensive side. We got Eyes trying to break some ankles here, but Earl is there to save the day. Okay, Finn with a bit of an okay shot on target. Pinch off the bar, getting that first goal lead for U Montana.
A's trying to flip this one over, get a slow and easy shot on in. Not going to happen. Ash the Waterboy and the rest of RIT go down 1-0 in the series early.
1 goal lead here for U Montana. We got OK Finn once again up in the air, looking to get that shot on target. Could not connect though, and Tommy still will have some time to get away from that ball. We got Heycrew with Tomato. Oh, Ice just comes in out of nowhere, try to takes away the possession, but RIT, they're trying to take this 1 goal equalizer right back. We see them trying to take possession of themselves, but it's not working out so far.
It was not. University of Montana has had an absolutely oppressive offense thus far. Here comes another bid. High Crew almost gets this one in close, but only manages to get this ball over to the left side. RIT really has got to get and work on these defensive clears coming up. Otherwise, they'll face a lot more offensive pressure.
Off to a great start here on the offensive side. We could see another shot coming in from U Montana anytime soon. Granted, RIT is able to get these saves, which they are. Sending us back into the midfield. We got Heycrew picking this one up. A bit of a defensive whiff there coming in from RIT. Possession given away and giving U Montana all the space they need to run it right back. We got eyes on the ball. Earl. 1 touch, but it's not going to be enough. They do get the ball away from Montana, but for how long?
How long indeed? May not seem like a long time for RIT, but it's definitely going to seem like a lifetime there. There's finally something opening up there for RIT. Ash the Waterboy almost connects all the way to the ground. University of Montana almost makes a dire mistake on defense.
Still at a 1 goal game though, so RIT. No need to panic just yet. Got Ash sending this over to Earl. A bit of an offensive opportunity here coming in from the RIT boys. The angle's pretty good, but the third man could not beat the defender there. sending us right back onto the midfield. The ball smashed onto the orange corner. We got Earl picking this one up. Doesn't have a lot of boost to work with. The demo has come through and barred down, hits the defender and goes right back into the orange net. It's you, Montana, going up by 2.
There we go. There's the once again that insurance goal. See how this one goes. RIT standing with plenty of time left. Basically halftime still left in this game, Flater, for RIT to be able to come back. They've already proven that they can do it on the split, on the season here for spring 2023. That was just about getting it done, really.
Absolutely. Who's to say they cannot secure a third goal right here? Well, we got RIT back on the offensive side. We don't see that. We don't see this often here in the first game at least. So RIT, they really have to make sure whatever shots they're making, it's worth it. It's worth all that effort going on the offensive side, because you Montana are keeping them on the back foot for the longest of the times. A bit of a 50 coming in from Hey-Crew. Tomatoes, however, is there to save the day. A good pinch as well. Get it down over the midfield. We got Earl sending it down center, but okay, Finn takes this back away into the corner. You Montana, how long can you maintain that 2-goal lead? Will we be extending it, or will we see RIT making a comeback? 90 seconds remaining here in this first game. We have yet to find out.
We've yet to find out. Ash the Water Boy looked like they were setting something up really fancy right there. Not going to happen. That's a hit back on over, and Montana just from this mid-pitch just consistently keeps this ball on over. It's just almost nothing RIT seems like they can be able to do.
Eyes. Pretty unfortunate touch there. We got Hey-Crew back in front of the goal line, ready to make the save. Following it up with another 50. A rear RL. Ariel. Is that Ariel?
Ariel? I thought it might be Area RL, like Area Rocket League. Oh, Hey-Crew! My.
Right.
That's about as open net as it gets right there for Hey-Crew. A third would have been fantastic in this game number 1. Not going to happen yet, at least for not from Montana.
Oh, the third one could be coming in. Area getting that save, but it's not going to be enough to stop Hey-Crew to put the second shot in, and it's University of Montana going up by 3.
Yeah, nicely done. Hey-Crew was denied a little while ago, but not going to have that one happen yet again. RIT still looking for their first on this one. They definitely have an opportunity to go forth and score at least 1 here, Flater, but 3, I'm not sure if that's happening.
Yeah, 20 seconds here. I mean, getting even 1 is pretty good for your team, because you need that kind of momentum going into the next game. So far, with 16 seconds remaining, we got University of Montana still on the offensive side. Let's see if they're able to pull something off here. We got Eyes back on the side wall. Multiple touches on the ball, sending it over to Hey-Crew, looking for the 4th goal. And just like that, Montana are going to put another nail in the coffin, going up by 4 here in game number 1.
Gotta say, wasn't anticipating this. I think either of us could have picked Montana for the winner of this individual first game, but not sure about the 4-0 scoreline. RIT is, handful of seconds to try and get one for the road right here. Looks like they're going to try and take that opportunity as well until Hey-Crew just sits this one on and down. University of Montana coming up. Fine, flashy form here. And decently early. 4-0 right there. Coming off the back of A's 5 shots attempted. We only have 4 for the entirety of this RIT squad. 7 saves, my goodness.
7 saves. It just goes to show how much Montana have been keeping them on the defensive side here. 7 saves, sure, that talks a lot about your defense, but it does also show us that Rochester really need to step up their offensive side. Head and look for more pressuring attacks. Head onto the offense, be a little more aggressive, go for the physical plays in order to get more space for yourself.
Yeah, and it's just going to be about defensive clears here as well, especially given just how much RIT spent on the defense. They're going to have to really clear these balls out when the attempted shots come in. Just start some offensive pressures there from that one. We'll see how they do it in game number 2. This is still a best of 5, so even if it doesn't work out game 2, they'll still have a third opportunity there to kind of bring this one around. It'll just have to be reverse sweep fashion at that point. See how this one goes as we hop into this one in just a little bit. Do believe this is no, this is not a conference matchup either. Rochester RIT is in the Eastern Conference. That is Big Sky Conference, I believe, for University of Montana. So obviously, conference matches meaning a little bit more so, especially when it comes to final placements and whatnot, and playoffs and stuff. That's not what we're gonna have to worry about here.
Absolutely, but it does help us in defining what the competition is about.
Yeah.
A lot of friendly matches across different states, and so far, Montana is doing a pretty good job in establishing their dominance here in game number one. Let's
Mm.
see what they're able to do in the next few games. This is the beauty of a best of five, right?
Yep.
So many opportunities to correct yourself, so many opportunities to read what the opponents are doing, and so many opportunities to make the reactions happen and be more appropriate with the kind of game that you want to play against a particular team.
Yeah, I always say the most interesting time of these matchups is literally, right now. To be a fly on the wall of these esports teams and their various esports labs over at these colleges and whatnot, or even from home or whatnot, just to fly on the wall of the proverbial Discord channel, right? Kind of see exactly what it is that these teams were like really happy that they did, what they want to recreate, what they want to not do again, and obviously what they want to not allow their opponents to do right there. If you're talking RIT, is just spending a little bit more time on offense. If you're talking University of Montana, hey, get physical with it. It's not just a song here, folks. Get physical with it. Get some bumps, some demos, and everything in between.
Absolutely, it's an in-game mechanic. You can't tell us not to use it. Of course, Montana Rochester rather have yet to figure out how to implement that one. I guess Montana have figured it out first because the first goal comes off a great bump coming in from, I believe that was Hikru. Just forgetting about the ball, going for the car there and getting that open net for his teammate. Okay, Finn take the first goal and Montana going up by 1.
Yeah, an early lead here for the University of Montana. Might be singing the same song off the different album here in game number 2 for the University of Montana. This was decently earlier than they did earlier, so I'm stretching to see differences between games 1 and games 2.
Oh, absolutely. Rochester, we are expecting great things from them. I expect them to step up as well.
Oh my
and of
God.
course, okay, as he sends it over to Higru and puts another one onto the back of the net. And you have to look at this one. The first flick is there, the second pass, good enough for Tomato to not expect the direct shot, and Montana getting the second goal lead.
Yeah, that's A's right there. A's with the pass all along the side. This one doesn't happen. I mean, obviously that was an honest shot attempt from them, but this one just doesn't happen without A's setting this up against the backboard right here. A's yet again. We'll see how they do this time.
Doug, I am so sorry to interrupt you, but I believe it is Azzy. I believe it's Azzy's mother in the Twitch chat correcting us on the pronunciation.
Uh-oh.
Azzy. Easy, perfect. Okay. I guess we were both wrong.
Wow, I said that with such confidence too. I'm sorry about that. A.Z. There you go, like A to Z. I'm with it. Like Amazon, right? Like Amazon. 4 minutes. So that's going to be Oki Finn, going to be one of the first demos this matchup. RIT looking dangerous right there. Tomato coming in with another solid hit. Hikru not able to stay alive through this one. Oki Finn's kind of coming back out. That's AZ, right? Yep, AZ. There you go. We finally got on the booth. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
We go read right now for Montana. We got OK Finn on the ball. Multiple touches, but he cannot stop Ash, who sends it over to area. We can get this pass down center. Ooh, Tomato could have been on the center field rather. Instead, he was pursuing the ball there. So Rochester missed opportunities here and there, but we got plenty of time. 3 minutes left. Rochester still down by 3. Let's see what they can pull off. OK Finn on the ball. Tomato takes it away, sends it down center. We got Hikru. He's just wasting time here for the opponents. Throw to AZ, who looks to pass this onto the midfield. We got the third man right there. OK Finn. Opportunity for a pass taken away by Tomato. And Rochester, they are taking possession now. So that's a good thing, but they're not able to convert them into offensive shots.
Trying to nose up on that one is AZ, but just a little bit too far, too fast, too high, really. Oki Finn rounding around this one. Not 100% sure what the comms looked like right there, but Hikru going to be very glad they came back. RIT now spending 1.5 games, 1.5 games with no goals inside. Now University of Montana coming up with a 4-0 lead, which we have to notice here later is how we finished game 1 at.
And this is just halftime. Montana seem to be establishing their dominance here in game number 2 against Rochester. We see Rochester on the offensive side, but the defensive whiffs have been the one to look out for. Ash Does get a good touch on the defensive post here, but Hikru manages to take this one away, looking for a bit of a musty flick, trying to get fancy with the ball there. Unfortunately, RIT still managing to get away with the defensive clears. We got area on the ball, sending it over to Ash. The double touch was close, but not enough to put this one onto the back of the net. And these flashes of brilliance are not going to give us goals. What we need is some consistent plays coming in from RIT.
Yeah, that's really been their key issue thus far right here. Like a little bit of it's comms, a little bit of it's just straight up getting to ball, really. RIT is a team that's enjoyed a lot of success in the EGFC, but hey, every collegiate team finds new players frequently.
Oh,
nice
that's
pop.
a pretty good flag. Pass down center. AC not being able to pick that one up. Ash quick on the ball, getting that 50, sending it onto the blue side. But okay, Finn with just a few touches manages to turn the tide here and is looking for a bit of a flick down onto the orange net. Tomato comes out on top anyways. Putting it onto the blue corner. We got an opportunity once again for Rochester, but this one goes wide by a long mile as New Montana continue to keep up with that 4-goal lead.
Yeah, so Tomato trying to bring this one out. Got a little bit of boost with which to be spoken of, but RIT's problem has mostly been having players that can accept passes in the middle. If they can get that done, this series flips on its ear. Ash, the water boy, fortunately getting exploded right there. Defense down to 2 for just a couple of seconds until they're back on into it. 40 seconds to go right here. That's an average of 10 seconds per goal just for RIT to tie it back up.
Well, as easy as that was to calculate, but I'm not sure it's going to be as easy to execute this one, Tuck. You know, we got 30 seconds remaining here. New Montana still up by 4. Area. Oh my God, Rochester finally getting that first goal. We got Tomato on the ball. Great shot on target. You know, quick turn there. I believe he did get bumped into turning, and he's like, oh, that works.
AZ tries to pretty flip up at this one. You kind of expect it to go at least middle or a little bit more farther to the left. Nope, that is perfectly slotted down bottom. It's made a little bit more possible, but that's increasing, you know, percentage points chances from like 1% to 2, and that is going to be enough for University of Montana to take this game number 2. Wow, that was a really solid shot right there from Oki Finn. There with single-digit seconds left, but result will remain the same. Ball might keep kept aloft, might be a 5-1, might be a 4-2, regardless, doesn't matter, it's going to be, nope, I thought that was going to be a good bounce inside, not going to matter. University of Montana continues their dominance, 4-0 game 1 into 4-1 in this here second game. Was that 14 shots? Can you be surprised?
71 points as well, just to this man alone. And, you know, he wasn't always on the offensive side either. He was a coordinator. He was the one to make sure that the passes were received, the shots were made, dotting the I's, connecting the T's there.
Yeah.
And Rochester, you know, better performance, but of course, as of right now, Montana do have the.
Yes, they do. This will be the Rochester Institute of Technology squad backs against the wall right here. Last game of the series, excuse me. If they drop this one, they are out and they are done. Flater, if you had to point to one thing that RIT needs to do in this upcoming game to try and bring this one back, you know, try and start the reverse sweep right here. If it's going to happen, it's going to have to start right here. What is the one thing that you would recommend this team do? Kind of try and bring this one back a little bit.
I mean, I know this requires it does have mechanical limitations, but I want to say keep possession. You know, they managed to steal the possession away, but they have not yet been able to keep up with it, and that's why U Montana they get so many opportunities on net. And even if you have the best defense in the world, there's only so much you can do, right? Sometimes the kickoffs do be like that. It's High Crew getting a free one on the shot, free one on net with a great pass from AC there.
Yeah, I say, oh no, the maybe worse, maybe the best thing about goals like that is that could literally easily have gone the other way. It's just a random pinch across the middle, going so fast, can't even be seen. That is a mile a minute on that shot attempt inside. University of Montana has maintained a lead through almost all of this game thus far. That's a low and slow blow. Ariel backs up to it, but doesn't even need to. Nicely done.
Done indeed. So far, so good. We got RIT once again on the offensive side. You love to see it. A bit of a physical aggression coming in as well from Ash. It's gonna give more and more space to the boys in orange, securing a shot on target. It all starts right here. Tomato Multiple touches on the ball, but this is what I was talking about, right? Okay, Finn just walks in, takes the ball away, sends it over to AZ. Was looking to make a bit of a fancy double touch happen here. High Crew could not make it onto the ball on time, and it's okay, Finn taking this one away. Area RL, you're gonna get the shot on target, followed up by Tomato, but the power isn't there yet, and RIT continue to hit the backboard, not being able to secure that very first goal, not just yet. Demo coming in as well, giving an opportunity to OK Finn to put this one on target. What a pass by AZ! But even then, not being able to convert that one. It's Tomato on the goal line, still keeping this a one-goal game.
Yeah, RIT playing like they know they're down 2-0 in the series right there. Every single defender on RIT's side got an opportunity at this one. Oh, and that one's just a little bit to the outside for Ash, the water boy. Almost a tying factor here in game number 3. But, oh, that's brutal. RIT coming in. Ash, the water boy. No, that's too high. Area has the similar problem, but just off to the left side.
Got Tomato on the ball. Struggling to keep in touch with it, but Area Rocket League with a bit of a backflip of justice right there. Okay, Finn, opportunity for a double touch taken away by the defense with 3 minutes remaining. It seems like it has been forever because Montana have been applying so much pressure in the last 2 minutes. RIT, they're going to get this one out of their own half, but how do they plan to execute that?
Plan's got to unformulate itself here soon. Got to formulate itself here soon. Halftime approaching in about 5 seconds right here. Now, a score difference of 1 can be done at any time. Lead of 1, no lead indeed in the great game of Rocket League. But RIT has simply spent 7.5 minutes or so. No scores on boards. And as I say that, Ash, the water boy, casts a curse perhaps. 6 seconds past halftime. RIT tied this one back up.
And this is not the first time they've attempted these aerial plays, right? But this is the first time the shot has actually connected. And this is what you want to see from RIT. More consistent plays, better accuracy coming in from the offensive side here. Half the game remaining, all tied up. RIT looking to take the goal lead here. Area was the one shot on target, taken away by Montana. We're still managing to keep possession. We got High Crew on the ball. A bit of a flick opportunity. Reverse 45 into the back of the net. And Montana pulls up ahead by 1.
The most impressive part of this is High Crew just maintaining possession and still getting Ariel to bite in on this one. Just an easy, simple flick right across the middle. It doesn't always have to be fast, loud, flashy, and in-your-face flater. 2-1 here for the University of Montana. Those little dots on the University of Montana's name, 2 of them, means they're up 2-0 in this best-of-5 series. RIT's got to come back, score 1 now, and then score 1 in overtime. Bring this one back. Or score more than 1 now, I should say, or 1 now and 1 in overtime.
This is the case. Another shot on target, and Tug, that was almost securing 2 goals then, 2 here, 1 in overtime. But let's see if they're able to pull something off here. We got Ash once again, bring this one on target. AC, how do you manage to get away with that one? We got the 3rd man there as well, but the ball just decides to not go into the back of the net, unfortunately for RIT. The offensive pressure is there. Ash's accuracy is still looking for some more work, as accuracy has been a bit of a problem here for the RIT roster.
Fair.
Okay, Finn, open net, and the defense not quick enough to save that one. We got Montana by 2.
Okay, Finn puts this up here perfectly, dashes in at it, hit it inside. Technically, Tomato's the last to touch it, doesn't matter. Tomato's making an honest play on this ball. We'll give them credit for that one. So close to a defensive save, right? If they were going a little bit faster, or a little bit slower, it would have been hit off to the left side. If they were there a little bit sooner, would have been hit off to the top or left side. But that is not the reality that we are living in. 60 seconds to go, down by 2. What do you do if you're RIT?
That has been the question in RIT's minds since the start of this best of 5 series. But unfortunately, they haven't found the answer yet. 50 seconds remaining. 2-goal deficit here for the Rochester boys. What do they do to make a comeback? Well, it certainly starts with making less whiffs. And, I say that. It's not easier said than done because AZ is just about ready to walk another ball in there. 30 seconds. RIT, if you want to make this comeback, you got to secure a goal right now and take the next one right after, but it seems like, you Montana are so good at wasting precious seconds off the clock, and it seems like they might just be walking away with a 3-0 sweep.
The 2 scores needed right now. Basically got to get it in right here, and then another one in that mini, kind of like sudden death overtime right there. That ain't going to happen. Gonna be the lead here for the University of Montana's RIT. Can't quite get their offense going a little bit earlier in this series. Might be 2-3, might be 4-1, doesn't matter. The result is gonna be the same, unfortunately. Okay, so it's a 4-1 here late.
Another 0-second goal here coming in from Montana. I believe we saw a very similar goal earlier today on the stream, but Montana, we're gonna be taking series number 4 rather, of today in a 3-0 clean sweep fashion. Hi Crew, the match MVP, rather the game MVP. You know what? I'm proud to say even he was the match MVP as well. 500 plus points all the way through in all 3 games, and I believe we are going to be having a bit of an interview. If we don't, we'll be right back. If we do, let's see what the boys from University of Montana have to say about this sweet victory.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be looking at North Dakota, Idaho. If there is not an interview, we will come back and let you guys know. But regardless, that'll be starting up in 20 minutes or so. Back with you guys in just a minute. Hello and welcome back. A little post-game interview action coming at you. I'm FBI Tugboat with Flater, and we got Hi Crew on the call here with us. Hi Crew, you with us? How we doing? We're doing. First off, congratulations on your victory, sir. That is University of Montana improving to 3-1 on this split. I want to ask you, what kind of changed throughout this series from game 1, the shutout, into games 2 and 3? Hi, Cree, you with us? Gotcha. Same question. Same question. How did the series change? Didn't sound like it's changed too much, though.
Oh, I believe we cannot hear him on the stream, but we can hear him here. Give us a
Ah.
second while we get that
Here. So
sorted.
Flater, you just say his answers, and I'll ask you the questions, and then you ask me the questions you have for him, and I'll hear it. I'm just
Oh
kidding. I'm
yeah,
just
yeah, we
kidding.
can do that.
We're just gonna wait. We're just gonna wait for the refresh right here. Not the full wacky production. Just let us know when you guys are ready to go. But RIT is going to be a little bit harder for them 1-3 come through in the rest of the series. They do have half this left though, of course. So
Mhm. And
already, I heard the Discord
uh,
noise.
Hello.
we almost got that sorted. But I have to mention next game. It's going to be a pretty close one. We got a pretty intense matchup coming right up. It's time for Idaho to redeem themselves, going up against North Dakota. We shall see what kind of a matchup we have in store for us there. But I believe High Crew, he is back. High Crew, you there with us?
I have returned. Good to
There
be
you
back.
go.
And can we hear you on
And
stream?
Paz, can you hear everybody? Paz, can you? Okay, cool. All right, got you. Want to make
Great.
sure that everybody's. Sorry about that. All right, so question. I think I got most of the answer though. Hi, Crew. You don't feel like too much change across this series?
Yeah, exactly. I think we just tried to play our game. We noticed in game 3 they were starting to challenge a little faster and whatnot, so we just start to up our aggression a little bit and just get the ball around them a little more. Yeah, I think we made a lot of really good plays, passing plays, demos, solo plays, everything. I think we did really well.
Gotcha. Just matching pace and aggression, really, right?
Yes, sir.
There you go. Flater.
Yeah, I just have one question. What kind of scrim and what kind of practice do you guys usually have? Do you play a lot of community tournaments? Do you guys have varsity and junior varsity rosters that you guys compete with? How does it go?
Yeah, we do have a bunch of JV rosters, a few other teams right below us that we do some in-house games with every now and then. But usually for a normal tournament, get on an hour early for a scrim, usually around like
Mhm.
high GC3 SSL level,
Okay.
and then play our game. Today was a little different because AZ had a test, so Finn and I got on, played some twos for like 30 minutes, and then we got about 25 minutes in of threes, just some ranked with AZ.
That's what it's all about. Every single part of this practice just needs to be there, right? You cannot just hop into a game without any warm-ups. Of course, Tugboat and I, we're casters, so we don't have that kind of consistency, but we definitely do understand what practice means for a game like Rocket League. But Hi Crew, thank you so much for coming in. I believe, do you have any shoutouts that you want?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Grizz Esports, Kate, Ryan, Kale, Michael, all of them. My parents, always watching. AZ's parents were
Mhm.
always watching. And
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
shout out my teammates. They're playing great tonight.
Love to hear it.
Absolutely. Shout out to the entirety of the roster, as well as the parents watching in Twitch chat, supporting them, as well as us in the casting room, getting our pronunciations right. So love to see that. But Hygro, thank you so much for coming in. We will see you next week.
Of course, thanks, guys.
Not a problem. Not a problem. This has been University of Montana 3-0 fashion over RIT. That was 4-1, 4-0, 4-1, and 4-1 across these respective games, and a sweep it definitely was. FBI Tugboat Inflator, we'll be back with you guys. That is North Dakota University taking on Idaho University when we return in about 12 minutes. 12 minutes. Don't tune away.
Like an outlaw on the run, dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running, no. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running, no. Keep running.
And we are back with the final series of the day. We got North Dakota, University of North Dakota, going up against Idaho. Tug, we've been talking about this game a lot. Both of these teams, a chance for them to come out on top, get that first win on the board this week.
Yes, exactly. Well, the North Dakota be their second win, but to improve that 500 record, that even 500, that 2-2 would be crucial for this North Dakota squad. Idaho coming in. Now, they are 0-3 since the split on this spring 2023 season thus far. But got to say, the teams that they have played, definitely some of the higher level squads here than the EGFC. Running through North Dakota right quick, I know they lost to Villanova. Again, pretty higher level team right there. Taking a look, North Dakota also dropped to William and Mary. Yeah, William and Mary 3-0 fashion right there. North Dakota unfortunately wasn't able to put up a goal right there. But again, William and Mary just an absolutely goated squad. And, Idaho has had a little bit of a similar situation, just a lot of rough and tumble through this spring split so far, Flater.
Yeah, and Idaho, like you said, 3-0 0-3 so far. I feel like this might be the chance for them to redeem themselves after going up against the one of the merits of going up against tough squads like this. I mean, sure, it's not gonna look so good on your record, but you're learning, you're improving at a much faster pace as compared to going up against teams that are of your caliber.
Yeah, and I always say this, like, there's not a whole lot that a team can learn from, 3-0, just talking about William Mary. That was like 19 points to 0 right there. North Dakota definitely came forth and was able to take more away from that game than the other squad would have. So we'll kind of see how they kind of like use that, how malleable that experience is going to be coming into this one. Let's hop right on into it. Best of 5 series starting right now here, Flater.
Game number 1, Idaho going up against University of North Dakota. Give me just a second.
That'll start in
All right, now that
seconds
we
here.
have that out of the way, it's adorable. It's right near the microphone. You don't actually get rid of it.
There you go. There you go. Zune Gamer, that's Turtle, and that's Sleepy, making up your North Dakota, University of North Dakota squad.
Ooh, Wheels. Not the best start there. Trying to use his boost to get out of his own half so far. We got Idaho finally getting this ball onto the midfield. Sleepy picks this one up, sends it over to Turtle. The shot opportunity not there yet. University of North Dakota looking to pick this one right back up. Zune Gamer sends this down center. The second man doesn't seem to be in place at the moment. We got Sleepy putting this one onto the third man. A shot opportunity. It's just a little too wide, and the University of Idaho are going to keep this one at a 0-0 scoreline.
It's about 45 seconds into this one. No incredibly early ones. Jack O'Brien tries to make that one a non-issue. Nice defensive block there for Zoom Gamer. Follow that one up. Sleepy getting taken out for just a little while. Back with the rest of this team in a minute. That's a big hit over to the right side. Not really a clear so much, but Turtle Sir will be waiting in the wings to try and get this defensive clear on out.
Ooh, a few whiffs coming in on the defensive side here from University of North Dakota, but Idaho, they haven't been able to capitalize yet. Sleepy, we got a bit of a 50 there, but it seems like the double touch coming in from Buchlist might just take the scoreline here for the Idaho side. First goal going to boys in orange.
Wow, yeah, Boofless just gets the hit right on over. Perfect positioning, perfect timing for the ball. Minute and 15 of this one. The University of Idaho does strike first. See how they can keep this one through the rest of it. Jack O'Brien wins the initial kickoff, and now Idaho back on the offensive.
Back again on the offensive side. Let's see how long can they be in that position. Whiffs coming in from both sides here. Sleepy coming out on top in the corner, putting this one down center, and almost as well, he does walk the ball onto the orange net, getting that very first goal for North Dakota. In a bit of an awkward fashion here, but the second touch works out just perfectly for getting that first goal.
Yeah, so that was like really weird shot, but hey, it's gonna land right there. Little back pass action, that little bicycle kick right there. It's gonna be enough for North Dakota to tie this series and this game, I should say, back on up. Offensive now against the University of Idaho. Ooh, nasty whiff right there on the defensive side.
Turtle. The sidewall here could not keep up with it. We got Boofless trying to take possession. Weebles not being able to do the same here. There's still a lot of back and forth here in the orange corner. Finally getting out of their own half. We got University of Idaho, but Turtle has that possession. The air dribble sending it downfield, taken away by the Idaho offense, who are looking to break down this lead. Can they get it? Almost do. And the tiebreaker still exists. Half the game remaining here. The scoreline still remains 1-1.
Some nice attempt to kind of massage this one in for Zune Gamer. Turtle Sir, solid hit. Oh, Sleepy, almost trying to wake up this ball with a hit on the inside. Boofless wisely decides not to redirect that one whatsoever. And back on over to the University of North Dakota defensive.
On the defense, once again, we got Sleepy up in the air, getting it past one. Boofless, that's a good touch, but I don't believe it's enough to get the second one here. Jake O'Brien does get a decent touch here to get that clear, and University of North Dakota will have to work twice as hard in order to get that goal, get that ball back in possession. Idaho shooting this one on target, almost getting the shot as well. Boofless going for one of his own, not being able to put this one onto the back of the net because North Dakota's defense has been phenomenal so far. Can they keep up with it? Oh, that's a bit of a mistouch coming in from the Idaho side. Gotta be careful with that one. Weedles sends it onto the corner. Boofless picks this one up, goes up high in the air, but Turtle comes out on top. Double touch opportunity is there, but the touch hasn't been made yet.
Back pass now here. Boofless tries to take advantage of that one, can't quite maintain possession, goes back for Weedles to try their hand at this one. That's going to be some reboard Wow, okay, so nobody really hits this one all the way out after it comes back off of backboard. Rebound not fielded.
Zune Gamer on the ball, looking for a bit of a pass down center, but it seems like University of Idaho, they keep walking away onto the offensive side, looking for more and more shots on target, not being able to connect so far. But I believe with pressure and offensive presence like this, it's only a matter of time.
Now, both teams have had some serious offensive opportunities. That's a really bad angle for Idaho. They realized that and quickly shut that one down, nip it right in the bud. Weedles. Right side, that's a little bit too high for Zune Gamer to come out at, and they know how forced to play this on the left side. Now Boofless and the rest of Idaho looks like they should be able to maintain a little bit of possession. Nice hit on over. Sleepy can't get to it. Idaho takes the lead back with 19 seconds.
And a bounce up coming in from Boofless, and there's the second touch to get this one onto the blue net. Boofless, a bit of a dribble style goal here. And I believe that might just be the nail in the coffin for game number 1. University of Idaho, 19 seconds to keep this lead. Can they do it? North Dakota, it seems like they're not going to allow it so easily. The caster skirts its throw, and Sleepy's there to take the second goal into their own hands. And we're all tied up here in game number 1.
Yeah, Idaho kind of double committing at this one. Leads no player back to try and field the second touch. University of North Dakota, a new lease on life right here. They pretty much have to win kickoff or win this by keeping the ball up to triple zeros.
Or we could just go to overtime. We shall see who comes out on top here. But
wow, why did I think Idaho had 3? My bad. I thought Idaho had 3,
overtime.
Guys. Sorry about that. Overtime we go.
Sleepy on kickoff. Does win, sends it over to Zune Gamer, who manages to take away possession, but not risky, not dangerous enough. Get Idaho on their toes. Pretty chill about this defense so far, sending it down center, but I feel like chill might not be the right word to use here, because University of North Dakota have just stepped up their game by 100 times. What a pass by Sleepy, and it seems like, North Dakota, they just woke up suddenly. They're like, oh, we're good at this game.
Wow. North Dakota zooming on in there for that one. 3-2, the overtime victory. That was 2 for Sleepy, 1 for Zune Gamer there towards the end. And holy moly, this can't be right. 6 total attempted shots at University of North Dakota across a 5+ minute game of Rocket League. Boofless is the only one that gets anything going offensively.
That is weird, huh? Yeah,
I could have sworn that Jack O'Brien at least had like a couple offensive shots.
And it seemed like Idaho had the most offensive presence there, at least at the start of this game. So I'm very surprised that it was just off of a single player's shot opportunities and the kind of offense that he brought to the table.
Yeah, I mean, Buffa is a fantastic player, not taking anything away from them. And the game can be kind of wonky at how it like awards attempted shots and whatnot. Just felt like other players besides Buffa's, Jack O'Brien and Weedles got a lot more involved in that game. Number one, the name of the game, the tail of the take here for Idaho is just getting other players besides Buffa's involved in that offensive opportunity
yeah.
right there. All players had one save on the side of Idaho, so defensively, I don't think they have anything to really worry about so much, especially
Mhm.
given they only lost by a score difference of 1, and it was overtime.
Heading into the second game now, we got North Dakota up by 1, feeling a little confident coming into this game. Let's see if they're able to bring it and carry it forward. We got Turtle on the ball. They're looking to get this pass down center. Turtle, as we saw earlier, a GC, a 1 or 2 at the moment.
Oh,
So
we do
pretty
have a sub as
high-ranking
well.
individual.
Do have a sub as well. Boofless in, Jack O'Brien in, Weedles is out for a player named Captain Bing Bong.
You gotta love the names, you're right. You gotta love the
Oh,
names
yeah.
that these players have in store for us. They're making it so easy to get their pronunciations right to each syllable, but so far, we got Sleepy here once again, looking for a bit of a shot on target, taken away by Idaho, who do not want this ball rolling around their net for any more than 2 seconds. Sleepy on the ball, back on the midfield. Turtle picks this one up, sends it onto the backboard. Second touch does come in, but once again, not quite the one he was looking for.
Ooh, Jack O'Brien almost put on a clinic right here for Idaho to try and take this lead early. Not going to happen. Not that easily. Captain Bing Bong flying on this one. That's a good trajectory. Sleepy tries to massage this one in yet again. Not going to happen. Turtle low blow right there, and that's just to the outside. Like the bottom inch of this side post actually blocks this one out. Sleepy comes in with a demo. Turtle not going to be denied twice. Second shot in about 10 seconds, and University of North Dakota takes the lead initially yet again.
Oh, Buffa's a very unfortunate whiff there in the corner. Would not want to see that, especially in a high-stakes game here in North Dakota. Capitalize upon the opportunity and take the very first goal here. 90 seconds in. Let's see if Idaho have a quick answer to it.
Quick answer almost there as Idaho's Boofless puts this one up, and two different players on the North Dakota side had to field this one up and then back down. Pie time. It's 3:14 on the clock. This is Idaho trying to get back in the offensive opportunities.
2 minutes into this game, North Dakota keeping up with that 1-goal lead. Boofless on the ball here, looking to get as many passes as he possibly can, but Idaho's second and third man not being able to convert these into shots yet. And I do say yet, but it seems like they were almost getting the 1 goal there. Half the game remaining here, North Dakota keeping up with that 1-goal lead, as well as the kind of physical aggression that's coming in from Sleepy, especially. We're getting 2 demos in the last 20-ish seconds. More and more time for North Dakota and more opportunities to shoot this ball onto the back of the net.
There's Sleepy, nice hit right there, almost goes for the double tap across the middle. Ball lands pretty much the same exact spot as Jack O'Brien and the rest of University of Idaho. Forced now to get back into the defensive, trying to field this one down bottom. That's a nasty bump, but Sleepy puts it in the exact same spot.
2 minutes. Sleepy, Idaho. All you need is that 1 goal to tie it all up.
Wow, yep, there it is.
And there it is. Coming in
Easy
from
peasy.
Captain Bing Bong.
The sub coming in, having some serious effect here. Weedles was doing great earlier, but now it's Captain Bing Bong putting up points for the University of Idaho, not just Boofless.
So shots more separated now, more diversified over on the Idaho side, giving rise to more and more space on the playing field. Yet another play could have been made there. Jacob Ryan could have had the second goal. It seems like they always come too close before ball being saved away or hitting the backboard. North Dakota, they get that second goal.
Jacob Ryan, appreciate you, Great Britain. Jacob Ryan, excuse me, not Jacob Bryan. Jacob Ryan, appreciate you, Great Britain. 90 seconds left in this game, number 2. North Dakota has put a solid foot forward earlier, but that was a game that went down 3-2 in overtime as well. So, wouldn't be surprised this one goes down another overtime type situation later.
Yeah, absolutely not. Both of these teams extremely competitive so far. And I mean, I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I cannot determine who's gonna win this. It might just be North Dakota with the off the bar shot on target.
Wow.
Finally being put in by none other than Turtlesir, getting that second goal in for North Dakota.
Captain Bing Bong and everybody on the side of Idaho had an opportunity at this one. Boofless there towards the end. Jacob and Captain Bing Bong a little bit earlier. 66 seconds right here left in the game, down by 1. What do you do if you're the University of Idaho, Flater?
What do you do in that 1 minute? How do you make this happen?
Fortunately, we're kind of seeing the same kind of circumstance in North Dakota later on in these games, just maintaining so much time of possession. That TOP right here, and you know, they say defense wins championships. Well, that's American football, folks, because you got to spend some time in offense to try and put some points on the board here. Great game of Rocket League.
Absolutely, and with 25 seconds remaining here, you know, Idaho chances are looking pretty slim, and as I say that, you know, they could have started looking even slimmer. So Idaho almost went down by 2 there, but still only a 1-goal lead here for the North Dakota side.
2-1, the mini sudden death, mini overtime initiated all the way in. Idaho had a fantastic opportunity at it, but unfortunately couldn't quite keep this one up across this defense. Let's check out these attempted shots. That's going to be 10 total for North Dakota, 6 for Idaho. So what that means, Flater, of course, is marked progression. So then a little bit better from a 3-2 in earlier game where they only had 3 total attempted shots, and that was all boofless. Now it's going to be Captain Bing Bong getting that one in. Jacob Ryan with an assist to boot.
And I believe 7 to 8 shots coming in from just the one person from North Dakota, and it just goes to show, wow, the offense really has stepped up as compared to what it was at the start of the last game, and you know, only 1 game away from taking the series against Idaho.
That's entirely fair. Entirely fair. This is, of course, these are best of 5 series. The score line, right? Okay, so it's interesting. We go University of Montana, we go RIT earlier right now, and we kind of predicted that one to be a little bit more even-handed, right? We come into this a 1-2 scoreline up against a 0-3 scoreline, and we get not 1 but 2 one-score differences across these 2 games, and with one of them in overtime. I think this could very easily go on to a Game 4 and even Game 5. Whoever's taken that, I am not willing to predict, though, Flater.
Absolutely, and you know, Tug, if you had to say, what do you think Idaho needs to change here in order to up their game a bit?
If this goes down to the same situation, Flater, where they're down by 1 or even 2 with about 2 minutes left, it's just get really physical. Again, especially if you're down by 2, just get physical. You lose by 2, you lose by 0. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Ooh, Idaho, you know, they're off to a great start this time around on the offensive side. We got Boofless here on the ball. See what he's able to do with it. Sleepy. Boofless, and you know, he's just like, the offense seems to be controlled by a single player here. An opportunity for the very first goal comes in for Idaho as Boofless puts this one in. And we finally got off of a great pass from Beatles as well. Boofless, the right position, right time. Sleepy couldn't see it coming. A bit of an own goal as well. But as the dust settles, we got Idaho going up by 1.
Yeah, so that's going to be Idaho taking the lead yet again right here. That's exactly how they started Game 1, but unfortunately it was a 2-score run for the University of North Dakota a little bit late. We're looking at the game here with Idaho a foot forward. Hopefully not going to squander this one. UND Sleepy, University of North Dakota. Sleepy player gets a pretty solid opportunity right there. And I got to say, open nets are always the hardest ones, right? I know that one from experience.
Benedin. This game, we got University of Idaho maintaining that 1-goal lead. Beatles, you know, having a little bit of trouble deciding where he wants to take this ball. Sleepy is gonna get him rid of that. Takes the ball away, sends it onto the blue corner. We got Turtlesir on the ball. They're getting it past one, looking to get it past the second one as well, but it seems like it's not going to be easy whatsoever. Minute and 30 seconds into this game, we got Beatles once again applying as much pressure as he possibly can, but in the end, North Dakota got on top here. On the other side, looking for a bit of an offensive play, not connecting yet.
Still plenty of time left in this one. Idaho just wants to maintain this lead and keep up this offensive pressure. This is exactly what they needed to do, and I can guarantee you what was part of the comms between Game 2. Now here, this Game 3 situation. Back against the wall, University of Idaho is doing exactly what they need to so far. Even give it up a little bit of time. This is not a situation where they need to maintain possession all the time. And in fact, if you try that, that'll frequently result in losing possession and all of your players being the wrong side of the field. So I like what Idaho is doing right now. Oh, dear.
Okay.
Caster's Curse, as bad as it gets, I believe.
Oh my god, that's such an unfortunate pinch. I wouldn't have seen it coming, and a lot of the players as we see on the field did not see this one coming. We got North Dakota on the board now, getting that very first goal.
Yeah, so 2 minutes, 40 seconds left in this. Boofless coming up to it. That's an initial kickoff down bottom. Turtle's got to play it. And then Zoom Gamer, very dangerous look afterwards. Hit back up. Weedles and teammate actually combine on this one. No more Captain Bing Bong for this squad, I don't believe. Boofless, Weedles. Well, Captain Bing Bong isn't. It's going to be Jacob Ryan who's out for right now.
Sleepy. On the ball, they're looking to get this pass down over to the other teammate, and some kind of pinch attempts need to be made here from the North Dakota side. If they want to take this goal right back, it's plenty of time as well to make it happen. Let's see what they're able to do with it.
100 seconds right now. Bated breath, you can basically feel it here. 1-2 for UND. That's how you take an offensive opportunity. Weedles barely gets this one up. Back to the middle we go. Captain Bing Bong, a solid defensive clear. And everybody back the way. No! Sleepy!
Save.
At the 11th hour. Stretches space and time to bend out to this one and gets that block. Turtle, sir. Nasty pinch right there, but that's going to be more offensive pressure against the University of Idaho.
And what a save, but it seems like, as I'm still thinking about that save, we got Boofless securing yet another shot on target, and we got University of Idaho initiating the comeback here with taking the 1-goal lead here in game number 3.
I mean, Idaho took that 1-goal lead, beginning of game 1, beginning of this game 1 as well, or beginning of this game as well. Idaho took a 2-goal lead in that game 1 as well. University of North Dakota was able to beat back from it, push it overtime, and take that third one. See how this one goes. As it is, Idaho is staring down the barrel of a game 4 type situation. Up to it, Sleepy's there. No Turtle on the redirect. That is just a little bit to the outside, and Zoom Gamers forced to flip on back towards their defensive goalposts.
50 seconds for University of North Dakota to equalize, and 50 seconds for Idaho to hold down the fort here. Getting that second goal, getting that 2-goal game win here is crucial for Idaho to start that reverse sweep. Let's see if they can make this happen. We got Captain Bing Bong looking for the pass down center. The pass is good, and the shot's gonna hit the back of gonna hit the bar here. UND cannot connect with the back of the net so far.
Turtle Sir tries up for this one. This 50 lands back middle. Sleepy bouncer down bottom. Double commit on Idaho though. Zoom Gamer gets there, and a nice job from breaking this one up from Idaho on the backside. Give their team time to go forth and rotate. Got to pick up boost right now. UND does to try and pick this ball up. Otherwise, we are going to a game 4. Sleepy doesn't do it, and Idaho pushes this one on along.
Game number 4, Tug, the very first game of this series of today that's not gonna be a clean 3-0. So Idaho, I'm really excited, and let's see. I'm just excited. What will they bring in the next few games? We can really see them bring up the offense here. Sure, it was a 1-goal game, but that could change, right? Maybe Idaho plays even better in the next ones. We shall see what happens.
Yeah, so the entire flip situation is what we see here. The winning team, this time it's Idaho, comes forth and maintains that time of possession that can be kind of extrapolated from the total amount of attempted shots they had here. They had like 3 or 4 more right there, and that is what spells out a 1-goal differential there towards the end. Sleepy doesn't hit this like a little bit so hard. Sleepy's got like a teammate underneath. They can really like, accept this ball, kind of maintain like
Mhm.
that trajectory on towards the middle. We might be looking at an overtime right now. It's still going, but that is not the universe we find ourselves in right now, Flater.
Absolutely not. Idaho, they're doing great. They're doing a great job, and all I want to see is more of that. Because improvement is what EGF is all about, and so
Oh yeah.
far, Idaho, I do see the improvement after the first 2 games.
Yeah, and like you just said, improvement is all we're about here in the collegiate league and whatnot. Now we're going to be halfway through this collegiate season, 8 weeks of it. Obviously, playoffs, extra gameplay after, but you got to get there first. We figure that out right now. Game 4 of 8 concluding right now. Will this be in a map 4 situation or even the map 5? Once again, I am fraught to try and pick predictions here, Flater.
Ooh, North Dakota takes this.
You think so? 3-1, 3-2,
Yeah.
something like this.
I think it's gonna be a 1-goal game at max, a 2-goal game, but I'm leaning towards a 1-goal game here.
Gotcha. But series ending 3-1 for North Dakota. That's what you're saying?
Hmm. Yeah.
I like it. I like it. We'll see how this one goes. Really, I feel like Game 2, where Idaho had Captain Bing Bong in with Jacob, Ryan, and Boofless, I just felt like that was kind of like the strongest trio of players on this. Now,
Mhm.
obviously, they won this Game 3, but I feel like Game 2 was just like so much closer, and there was less chasing and whatnot that Idaho had to do. I'm very, very interested to see how this series is going to come out here in Game 4, because generally you pick the same 3 players, both sides, and they just go forth and do battle. Looks like it's going to be Captain Bing Bong, Jacob, Ryan, and Boofless. Yes, so the no Weedles, not that Weedles was playing poorly. Just saying, it seemed like this trio was strongest there in Game 2, and that's the lineup that we have right here.
Well, first 20 seconds in, both of the teams being able to communicate, and both of the teams playing a solid game so far. The defense holding on strong. We've got Jacob O'Ryan on the ball. They're looking to send this pass down center. Ooh, close opportunity there for the Idaho side. Not being able to convert it, not yet. We got North Dakota still keeping the ball to themselves here. Boofless takes this away. Shot on target. Second man hits the backboard, and Idaho are going to be still stuck at 0.
Yeah, so no early goals in this one. We've seen a couple decently early ones earlier, but this is UND and Idaho fighting this one out to neutral standstill at least early. Boofless would have had a nice shot at this, but Jacob Ryan now getting this one taken off the top. Sleepy starts this one the other way until Bing Bong accepts this one, puts it right in the numbers, and they're going to carry it downfield at least for a little while. Boofless wins this one yet again. This ball has been bounced to the same exact spot like 3 times and just gone progressively closer and closer to the middle of the pitch until Turtle Sir gets finally a centering shot with decent trajectory. Boofless, hand is for Sleepy, over Sleepy on the second. No, Sleepy can't get there.
Oh my god, North Dakota, gotta be careful with what you're doing here. One mistake and that would be Idaho taking that 1-goal lead. And same goes for the Idaho side. The defense needs to be 100%.
3 minutes right here. Boofless looking dangerous as Zune Gamer's the one that has to come forth and play this one. Puts it back in the same spot where it was going, but gave team time a little bit to rotate right there. Racking against a player, the side post, and just kind of dangerously hanging out in front, but nothing doing, at least not yet for Idaho.
Not yet, but that could change. Oh, great 50 for the Idaho side here, looking to get this out of their own half. Would you look at that?
Wow, Turtle Sir, getting that shell up in there. Real defensive play, right? 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Turtle Sir just got the defensive block. Now transporting this one down bottom, but a double commit from Idaho should have yielded a little bit of something from this UND offense, but other members just opted to play farther back, and then they double committed that, and Sleepy almost didn't have time to come back at it. That would have been about as bad as it gets for UND.
And this is still a 0-0 scoreline here, Tug. I'm not sure who's going to come out on top, whether it's going to be North Dakota or it's going to be Idaho. It seems like Idaho might just be the wiser choice at the moment, considering how much they have improved in the past few rounds, but can never be too sure. It seems like, yep, that's the one. It's Jacob Orion putting the very first goal over the Idaho side. And with a minute and 40 seconds remaining, North Dakota are down by 1.
Yeah, Zune Gamer looked like they had a serious opportunity at this one and something to kind of try and start their own way the other side. But as it is, Idaho takes the lead yet again. What was that, 3 minutes, 20 seconds into this game? Not going to be a high-scoring game at all. Wouldn't even be surprised if this ended at 1 and Idaho pushed us to a Game 5.
90 seconds, still plenty of time here for both of the teams to either extend the lead or concede the lead here. Turtle Sir on the ball, could not keep it up with him for too long, and with a minute and 17 seconds remaining here, seems like Idaho might just turn out to be the winners after all. This particular game, at least. North Dakota not being able to get out of their own half just because of Idaho's offensive prowess, just making sure so many shots on target. They have to making sure that the defense jumps for it, goes for it, and that is the only reason why they haven't been able to be aggressive themselves, because the boost is lacking.
The boost starvation. Yeah, you gotta maintain resources and keep them away from your opponents. Turtle Sir looking fine. There's a shot. There's the tying factor from Sleepy. 35 seconds in to this game number 4. UND has just purchased themselves a little bit of wiggle room right here. Later, we will get a third goal, I promise you.
Absolutely, I mean, yes. North Dakota getting that first goal for their team. This is exactly what they were looking for. And after a great start here, could be getting another one. Ball still bouncing around the orange net. Dangerous territory here for the Idaho side. Need to clear it as quickly as they possibly can, which they do. Sending it out of Boofless. Picked up by North Dakota once again. Oh, great bump. Sleepy. The angle, it's a little too high, but he's up there as well. Has some momentum to work with. Turtle Sir looking to get this pass down center. Puts it over to Zune, who's gonna be putting it into the corner. And it seems like overtime is the way we're going here for game number 4. North Dakota, all they need is this one goal to take the series, while Idaho need this goal to take us into game 5.
Yeah, so North Dakota having a little bit more wiggle room here again, but Idaho needing this one like they need their next breath to just kind of stay alive. Sleepy foists this one way wide right here and actually gets involved physically with a couple defenders right there. Tries to throw them off their path, not going to happen. Zune Gamer backboard. Zune Gamer back out to the outside. Nobody is here to pick this one up, and Turtle Sir and Zune Gamer look like they just kind of miscoordinate across through there.
Is that a pitch?
Okay.
Oh, what a save!
I was going to say, that'd be the weirdest finish to an overtime game I've seen in quite a while, Flater.
That it would, and North Dakota coming out on top here once again. The saves coming in from both sides are keeping us at the edge of our seats, and I'm sure the viewers can tell us a pretty similar story. 1 minute into this overtime here, possession currently in favor of Zune Gamer, taking on onto the sidewall, getting it past one. Jacob Orion has a bit of an open net to work with, so does the third man here. Taking it into the corner, Sleepy needs to be careful with that touch. Could almost result in an own goal. Jump coming in from Turtle. Just shot on target from Idaho is going to take us into Game 5 for this best of 5 series. Idaho, the reverse sweep is in order.
Wow. So that's going to be a 2-1. That's going to be a 1-score difference every single game so far. North Dakota comes out 3-2 overtime victory. North Dakota comes out 2-1 regular time victory. Idaho flips the script right here. 2-1 victory in regular time, and then does it again just in overtime. Captain Bing Bong and Zune Gamer held to 0 shots attempted. Captain Bing Bong, he's coming through with a single save right there. Fantastic stuff.
Fantastic stuff coming in from the Idaho side, and you have to say, we were talking about how Idaho need to show up. This is a chance for redemption, And after that first two loss, I mean, us in the casting, we were like, yeah, it seems like this is not going to go their way. And then they just bring it up to speed. They get multiple shots on target, apply all that pressure, take 2 games in a row as we head into game number 5 now for all the marbles.
Yeah, no, quite literally, this best of 5 series essentially goes from who wins 3 of those 5 games, who wins 2 of those 3 games, to now just who wins this game here, Flater. A 5-minute Rocket League game separating a 0-3 Idaho from possibly their first victory, or a University of North Dakota squad that's still looking to pitch 500 on this and end out at least dead even. Come on through to the second half of this season, exactly where they started at. See how this one goes.
Game 5, Champions Field. It feels like it has been forever since we've seen this map on stream, but we are here once again with University of Idaho and North Dakota going at it for that one series dub. Let's see who's the one to receive it. A demo coming in from Captain Bing Bong, and the save from Wheels as we see a roster change once again. I'm not sure what the strategy here is for the North Dakota side. Turtle Sir on the ball. They're looking to get this pass down center. Ball does go down center, but the pick up from the second man is not there yet. We got Idaho keeping the ball to themselves as much as they possibly can. Sleepy looking to get this pass down center. Oh, the bounce a little too high. And so far, this attack doesn't seem like it's going to be resulting in a goal.
I mean, it took a little bit more than a minute last time, if you remember, to get that first goal on in. Turtle Star tries for the tippy top tap. Not going to happen. University of Idaho defense holding strong. Captain Bing Bong kind of losing possession of this one. Turtle Star gets to watch it happen and then take it away right in front of their face. A little candy from a baby action. Boofless back into this game for some solid offensive opportunities. There's going to be defensive now that comes up strong as Captain Bing Bong comes up to an epic on top of that save.
Sleepy on the ball here. Get this down center. Gonna pick this one up. It's not gonna be easy whatsoever. We got Needles on the ball. Ooh, gotta be careful there. Not cut rotations, not in these pivotal moments. Total Sir. Opportunity for a pass. Zone Gamer takes it away. We got Weedles. Keeping possession for the Idaho side is what's crucial here if you want to take that first goal. That can be said for both of these teams.
30 seconds away from halftime. No goals made it yet. That looks dangerous. Zoom Gamer has to play this at the very last second. Boofless is no stranger to putting up dangerous looking goals. But hey, so far it's been all Idaho and defensive all the time. 10 seconds outside of halftime. Oh, what a pass into a shot. Turtle Sir comes out of the shell for that one.
All right. This is what they needed. North Dakota getting the very first goal here at halftime, coming out on top, and this is what they needed, right? All the games lost so far, they needed a bit of a breather, and that's what they're going to get. The first goal going to North Dakota here in game number 5. Let's see if they're able to hold down the fort, excel with the lead, or it's going to be Idaho bringing it back. So far, a bit of an open net opportunity. Turtle could have been a little more calm with it, but decides to pinch it on at the top of the ceiling. Sleepy sending it over to Turtle. See what they're able to bring up with this one. Shot opportunity taken away by Zune Gamer as he gets the save right in front of the goal line. Oofless up in the air. Sleepy a little fast to it. Captain Bing Bong. Oh, that is multiple whips in a row coming in from the defensive side. Turtle Sir manages to steal away only the demo, not the goal here. But North Dakota keeping up the pace of this game, trying to get as comfortable as they possibly can here with this lead. 100 seconds left in this game. Idaho, if they need this goal, they still have time. They gotta be careful with how they approach this one. Opportunities left and right provided by North Dakota, but Idaho not being able to capitalize upon them yet.
Captain Bing Bong trying to get that capitalization going. Weedles has been back in this one. Shot down bottom, Turtle Sir. See, that's the big difference is University of North Dakota gets these big booming clears whenever there is actually like a shot attempted from the University of Idaho, and they just haven't gotten the same situation done when they're on the defensive side of the ball.
All right, 54 seconds left here for the Idaho side. Boofless comes in with a save, sends it onto the blue half here. Oh, that's a huge whiff coming in from Zoon Gamer. Gotta be careful with that one as the ball almost walks onto the back of the net. Boofless with 50, keeping this on the blue side. Zoon Gamer running out of boost at 0 at the moment, so possession given away to Beatles. Man in charge looking for the pass down center, and he almost does get it. Beatles once again on the ball. Zoon Gamer takes it away. Turtle pinches it on to the midfield. Captain Bing Bong looking for the pass over to Weedles. A bit of ambitious plays coming in from both sides, not being able to capitalize upon them yet. Zoon needs to be careful. Oh, no boost to work with. Decided to get a little fancy with it there. Wrong timing, but hasn't been punished yet. 3 seconds. Can the ball be kept in the air? It doesn't seem like it. Oh, it almost, the touch almost came through with the Idaho side, but after the 2 games win, it's going to be North Dakota putting an end to this best of 5 series after that 1-0 scoreline here in Game 5.
Yeah, 6 shots attempted, distributed as evenly as you can for North Dakota. But once again, it's just boofless all day long when you talk about the offense. All 4 shots attempted coming in from the University of Idaho comes from boofless right here. And perhaps that's just kind of like the effect that a player like that has, just such like an offensive juggernaut coming on into this one. But ball's just got to be spread out a little bit more. And I think that's kind of the reason why we see our first shutout pitched here across these 5 games there in the 5th one. I got to say, though, I mean, as close as it gets in the series, you know, the 3-2 victory for North Dakota, as close as it gets across all of these games as well. There's literally 3-2 overtime, 2-1 North Dakota, 1-2 Idaho, 1-2 Idaho for overtime, 1-0 there for North Dakota. All of them 1-score differences right here, Flater.
Yeah, it was a very close game. Idaho coming this close to taking that very first series. Unfortunately, this was not the week. I believe they will be getting another opportunity in the next one. I do believe we have an interview as well coming in from the North Dakota side, so we will be right back with just a second.
Black, black sky. Baby, you should come with me. I'll take you to the dark side. Me and you and me, do bad things in the nighttime. Baby, you should come with me, and we can kill a light. Hit the light for the blackout, blackout. Hit the light for the blackout, blackout. Blackbird, black moon, black sky, black light, black everything, black, black heart, black keys, black diamonds, black out, black everything, black, black everything, everything, all black, everything, everything, all black, everything, everything, all black, everything, everything, black. Baby, you should come with me. Me and you and me. Baby, you should come with me, and we can kill the lights, hit the lights for that blackout, blackout, hit the lights for that blackout, blackout. Blackbird, black moon, black sky, black light, black everything, black, black heart, black keys, black diamonds, black out, black everything, black, black everything, everything, all black, everything, everything, all black, everything, everything, all black, everything, everything, black.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these.
And we are back. We are here and we are live. A little bit of a longer break, but hey, in order to get as goated a player like Zune Gamer here, we got to figure out the ones and the zeros out there. I'm FBI Tugboat here with my man Flater, and we got Zune Gamer on the call here with us to come give us a minute of his time after the game. Is that correct? Zune, you with us?
That's me. Thanks for having me, you guys.
Hey, there you go. Not a problem. Not a problem. Congratulations on the victory. Not a 3-0 like we had on the graphic earlier, but 3-2 was a close one indeed. I'm going to run through these scores here just in case anybody is just joining us. This is North Dakota game 1, a 3-2 overtime barn burner. North Dakota 2-1 that second game. Idaho swinging back in the third at a 2-1 scoreline and then doing the same thing in the fourth game. 2-1 overtime victory there for Idaho. You guys pushed it on into a game 5. That was a 1-0 shutdown. North Dakota over Idaho in that game 5. Now, I want to ask you here, Zooner Gamer, about what exactly it was that kind of changed throughout this series.
I think kind of throughout this entire second break for EGF in the winter time, we've had to face a lot of different teams that we've been playing. We just played Arizona this last week, and we played Cincinnati a few times last semester. And so, there's such a wide range that we've really had to tailor how we play each series. And so a lot of times we start to kind of get in our own heads, but we've been working on that, and we kind of switched up how we were playing throughout that series. I think, which was kind of visible. And so we just kept trying to get it right back on where we started the first 2 games out of the matches with.
I hear you. I hear you. Flater.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know your opinions. Tug, we were talking about this in the pre-production booths as well. What do you think is the result of facing more relatively difficult teams? Like, how does that affect your team in terms of mechanics, in terms of improvement? Like, what is the general effect that it has?
Was that for
So,
me or Tugboat? Oh, yeah, for me.
yeah, that's
Yeah, it definitely switches how you play. I mean, like, just how the ball and how you have to move on the field can vary
Mhm.
so much, and especially with the speed of it. That was one thing that we were kind of talking about in between each of those matches just now,
Mhm.
was how fast we were needing to play, and whether we need to speed up, slow down. But it really makes a difference because, if you have a second to breathe, a second's a very long time in Rocket League. So
Yes, it
if
is.
the more time you have to think, the more you kind of get in your own head and start to make some mistakes.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, congratulations once again for making that final game win here in that game number 5, 1 goal difference. Congratulations. Well, do you have any shout outs?
Just the varsity esports program here on campus. Thanks for putting all the resources for us, and our coach. We got our 2 teammates here with me in the room. Yeah, that's kind of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, a shout
Oh, and
out
our
to the
coach, Buddy
university.
Bowler. Can't forget him.
There
Buddy
you
boy.
go.
All right.
Yeah,
Wait,
Shout out to the coach as well
did you
as the
say Buddy
university or
Bowler?
not.
yeah, Buddy Bowler. That's the guy.
Yeah, previous player, right?
Yep.
Yep, there you go. I remember that name. I've been yeah. It's been a little while for the EGF here for FBI Tugboat, and I definitely remember that one. So that's awesome to see that Buddy Bowler is still involved in the collegiate esports scene.
Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Absolutely.
Zoom Gamer, once again, thank you for coming on in. Give us a minute of your time after the game. Congratulations, 3-2. Might not have been easy, but still happened. And we'll have you back in the interview box, but only if you win, because we only have interview winners. We only have winners in my interview box. Man, oh man, it's been a long day, dude. Man, oh man, it's been a long day. All right. All right. Get out of here, Zoom Gamer. Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you,
All
guys.
right.
Have a good night.
All right. Man, a long day of Rocket League it was indeed. We started off over there at EGFH. A couple games going on there, switched on over to EGFC, but that's gonna be it here for this one. I do believe we do have I believe we still have games going on over on A Stream, guys. We'll host that raid a little while later. FBI Tugboat, that's it for me. If you enjoyed what you heard, boop, right down there for the follow and whatnot. Flater, if you enjoyed what you heard, boop, there you go. At Flater right there, folks. Now, do you have anything else for the good people, Flater, before we do bid them adieu?
We'll be back next week with some more car ball action. So stay tuned for that here at EGF. We got Rocket League every week for the next couple of weeks. So gonna be exciting stuff ahead as well. We got a lot of top teams facing each other, and it's just gonna be a lot of high tier Rocket League action.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you want that high tier Rocket League action, you can find it right here, EGFC. We'll catch you on the next one.